right, welcome to the students that are joining our webinar this evening. Thank you for coming to our Marin College Fair. Students, I do just want to cover a couple of things as you're entering into the room. If you do have any questions throughout the session, you're going to use that Q&A button that's at the bottom of your screen. Just know that your camera and your microphone, students, is off. So if you do have a question or would like to communicate with any of our panelists, please use that Q&A. Also, it's completely okay to ask a question throughout the session. It doesn't have to be only at the time when that university is presenting. Just a reminder, we have many more sessions coming up. So you also want to keep an eye on that website where you registered for additional college sessions that are happening right now. And this recording will be available later on that same webpage where you registered for the event. So without further ado, I am going to turn it over to our representative from Gonzaga University.
Hi everyone, my name is Yesenia. I'm Assistant Director and Admission Counselor for the university here. We are located in the Spokane, Washington area. We are the second largest city in the state of Washington, and Gonzaga is a private liberal arts university. We are definitely making a lot of our education in the Jesuit tradition. So a lot of things that you will be focusing here at Gonzaga are things that you're going to be doing hands-on. We focus on a lot of those are, and just to give you an idea, also the university hosts about like 5,200 students within our undergraduate programs. We do have our College of Arts and Sciences that ranges anywhere from like art all the way down to writing. We also have our School of Business Administration, and we are considered actually the top 25% nationally and top 4% in the accounting program. Both also offer a fifth-year MBA program for you to choose from. We also have our School of Education, and in there we have our Community Culture and Language program, as well as kinesiology, sports management, as well as other programming for students who are wanting to go into the sector. Again, there's going to be a lot of hands-on opportunities. Our students are usually within their first year at Gonzaga, already going out to the school districts and providing their first lesson plans, for example. Again, our sports management students are also required to be doing 2 research projects and internship projects before they graduate from our university. Aside from that, we also have our School of Nursing and Human Physiology. And just to give you a heads up also, Spokane is a great location. It is actually very popular for students within the healthcare, as healthcare is the #1 industry here in Spokane, Washington. We do have 6 hospitals to choose from, so it makes it very popular for our nursing students as well as our students who are going to the health sciences. And for our nursing program, it is a direct admission program, meaning that students have to apply to the university and into the program at the same time. We have a 100% first-time pass rate for the NCLEX exam with students who just took that this last year also, which is super successful. It just shows, again, a lot of the dedication that our students are focusing on academically, and again, having all the support from our nurses also. Within the Human Physiology program, of course, they're also doing research projects. And we're actually doing a partnership with the University of Washington and Gonzaga. We are building a whole new GU facility with Gonzaga, or sorry, with the University of Washington here as well. So that's going to be completed by summer of 2022. So that's going to be exciting there as well. Moving on to our School of Engineering and Applied Sciences, that hosts our computer science program, as well as our mechanical, electrical, civil, and am I missing one? Electrical engineering as well. So it hosts different engineering programs in there as well. And within our engineering programs, they are direct entry programs as well. So those, again, students have to apply to the university and into the program at the same time. So there's a lot of really great benefits. There's several lab spaces available for students. There's definitely opportunities for you all to kind of like go in and ask any questions to your professors. Again, all professors teach all of our courses. There's no students or TAs for teaching any of the courses. One thing, if you are looking into engineering, is we definitely highly recommend you take calculus and physics before graduating your high school career. So those are the biggest schools that we have available within our university. The one area I will tell you about admission, the application is already open. We have one deadline, which is December 1st. So the few things that we're going to be looking at this year, we're not going to be considering test scores, so that's not something that you have to worry about. The one thing I will tell you are 5 things to keep in mind. So one of them is going to be your GPA. Averages last year were about a 3.53 GPA, I want to say, and above. So the one thing that we're going to focus on, GPA, we're going to heavily rely also on your curriculum. So that's just like what kind of classes were you taking? Were any of those courses kind of in line with the major that you're interested in studying? Specifically for nursing, again, if you are taking stats, that's awesome. For engineering, it's the physics and calculus courses. And as well, when we're looking at your curriculum, we're also looking to see if you're challenging yourself taking any AP IB honors courses or college prep courses. The other thing we're going to look at is your character. That's based off of your letters of recommendation that come through. And we'll also look at your extracurricular activities. So what are you doing in your free time after school? We'll also look at your quality of writing style, just to see if you can do a proper essay, the 5-paragraph format, spelling, grammar, punctuation, and all that fun stuff. But several things to look at Gonzaga. I know that we have very limited time, so I just wanted to thank you all so much. And if you all happen to have any questions, I'll be sure to also include my contact information to leave that behind with you all as well. Kara, was there any other information you wanted me to cover also?
It's up to you. We can switch though if you're ready.
Awesome. Well, I think that's good for now. But again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you.
Excellent. I'm going to turn it over to our colleague from Carroll College.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Elizabeth Zimmerman. I'm Assistant Director of Admissions here at Carroll College, which is located in Helena, Montana. Go ahead and share my screen really quickly with you all. So as you can see, there's a QR code in the upper, what should be, I believe, left-hand corner for you guys. That is something that if you want more information, take out your phone, take a quick picture of it. It'll also be at the end of this presentation, so you can grab it if you want it then. So Carroll College is located in Helena, Montana. We are the state capital of Montana. About 32,000 people live in the city. We're about 3 hours from Yellowstone, about 3.5 hours from Glacier National Park. It's a beautiful place to live. One thing I absolutely love about our campus is how it's located. We're about a 10-minute walk to our downtown, which has the coffee shops, restaurants, boutiques, and about another 12-minute walk to 75 miles of hiking and mountain biking trails off of Mount Helena. Definitely beautiful scenery. Our students love to be outdoors. They're very active, but they also do come to Carroll for some very specific reasons. One of that is our academic programs. At Carroll, we have over 40 majors and minors available for our students. Average class size is 16. We have a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Our top majors at Carroll include our biology with pre-med professional program. We have an 85% acceptance rate into medical school. We've had that acceptance rate for 15 years. We're also known for our nursing program. Our students as well, last year for 2020, they graduated with 100% passing rate on the NCLEX, and for the past 12 years, we've been above the national passing rate average. We're also known for our anthrozoology major. We were the first institution in the nation to start it as an undergraduate program. It's the study of human and animal interactions and relationships. So you can see this dog here. You actually get to work with animals. Your junior year in anthrozoology, you get to foster a dog, lives with you all year on campus, and you work with that animal. It's a really fun program. But you can see all of our other majors are listed here. So if you see one that catches your eye, please reach out to me. I'd love to share some more information. These are just a few of our upcoming programs. We are starting just a few master programs at Carroll. We're very excited for that, as well as our 3+3 law degree program in connection with University of Montana in Missoula. And we will be starting an accelerated nursing program for those students that have their bachelor's degree and want to go into nursing. We really push our hands-on learning and interaction with students. All of our students have the opportunity to do internship, undergraduate research. They are able to do study abroad and global learning. And our students are definitely looking for those different types of experiences. I've had the great joy of working with one student. She came here her freshman year, started doing undergraduate research on Parkinson's disease, and has been doing it now for 4 years. She's really excited to do some presentations. We do a huge festival every year called SURF, Student Undergraduate Research Festival. Students in all areas, history, philosophy, nursing, psychology, will present their research that they've been working on. Our motto is not for school, but for life. And so that's one thing you'll really see is our students are always kind of looking forward. What's going to be next? And our faculty and staff support them in those goals and those dreams. Also, with being in Montana, we have beautiful outdoors. Our students love to be outside, whether it's mountain biking. You can see our campus is just right here. To get to this part, it takes about maybe 18 minutes to get to that trailhead and then start biking around. They go out running, hiking, mountain biking, rock climbing, camping, canoeing. Our students love to be outdoors. So if that's something that you're looking for in college, definitely encourage you to take some look at the different outdoor activities in Montana. Very active campus. We are part of the NAIA division. So if you're interested in athletics and possibly wanting to earn a scholarship, you can look at any of our sports. We also have a state-of-the-art theater, and we have a theater major at Carroll. So if that's something you're interested in. Lastly, we are a Catholic college. We're diocesan, meaning we're connected with the Diocese of Helena. We're ecumenical, which means we're welcoming of all faiths. We do not require our students to be Catholic or attend Mass or retreats, but everyone's invited and welcome to participate if they wish. Just a quick glance at our merit scholarships. That's the first scholarship we offer you based on your GPA. If you choose to submit a test score, we are test optional. We've been test optional for 2 years now. So it's something that we are not requiring for admission. Ranges from $16,000 to $23,000. You're guaranteed that full scholarship amount every year for 4 years, as long as you stay above a 2.0. So I'm wrapping up right now. Here's my contact information. We would love for you to apply. If you have any interest, our early action, which is non-binding, is November 1st. We also accept regular decision up until February 28th. Super easy to apply. It is always free. If you have any questions, please take down my contact information or take a quick shot of that QR code and send me your information and I'll be in touch. Thank you so much, you guys.
Excellent. Thank you to Carroll College. And we will now pass it over to our representative from Caltech.
Terrific. My name is Jan Lacoste. I'm Associate Director of Admissions at Caltech, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about the Institute. We respectfully acknowledge that and honor the Tongva people upon whose ancestral lands our campus is located. Here's a little bit of information about me and about my ambassador in the background. My name is Jan Lacoste. Again, I'm Associate Director of Admissions. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I was the first in my family to attend college, and I liked it so much that I kept collecting degrees on up to PhD. I come to admissions from teaching university level language, literature, culture, and folklore, and I've been in admissions at Caltech for over 13 years. In the background, we have a student, Shubhal Agarwal, who is a Caltech ambassador, a physics major, and a current junior. So if you have any questions from the student side, put them into the question box, and he will be answering those in the background. Curiosity is what put the rover Curiosity and soon Perseverance on Mars. Both of these rovers were built at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, which is a division of Caltech. And a lot of what you learn in STEM classes today can be traced in some way to Caltech. Think about the theory of quantum electrodynamics, why Pluto is a dwarf planet, earthquake science. Think of scientists that you've heard of, Richard Feynman, of course, but also Pamela Bjorkman, whose lab is working on a vaccine for COVID-19, or Francis Arnold, who pioneered the directed evolution of enzymes and won a Nobel Prize in chemistry 2 years ago, only the 5th woman to do so. Or Katie Bowman, who teaches at Caltech, and she created an algorithm to put together a team that photographed a black hole. These are the people who are going to be teaching you at Caltech. We value innovation. And Caltech really is a playground for scientists. Each one of the people that calls Caltech home is an innovator, and people choose to spend their careers here because the Institute is known for solving the most difficult problems, often through strategies that have never been tried before. And they often work under conditions that can lead to the creation of new disciplines as they advance their research goals. All of our students have access and opportunities to do research, and they conduct that research with professors. Here you see students working in the Jim Hall prototyping lab at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. That's in the Mars yard up in the upper right-hand corner. And in wet labs, they're doing primary research, often through our summer undergraduate research fellowship program. You're gonna hear SURF with a lot of schools. It's a common acronym. Our undergrads typically do research during the summer, often at Caltech or at JPL or another university through the SURF program or one of our other scholarship programs for summer research. And it gives them the opportunity to conduct research under the guidance of experienced mentors who are working at the frontier of their fields. They're doing cutting edge, bleeding edge research. At Caltech, we foster curiosity and discovery. We have around 950 undergraduates. It's actually fewer than that right now, and a 3-to-1 student faculty ratio. We educate outstanding students to become creative members of society. Right now, we're about 44% female, 56% male, and that's based on sex assigned at birth. So it doesn't take into account our non-binary students at this point. We offer need-based financial aid, and we meet 100% of demonstrated financial need. The bulk of that will be in gift aid. That's scholarships, fellowships, and grants. There can also be a little bit of work study and a little bit of student loans as well. Students declare a major toward the end of the first year of study after they've taken core courses and after they've had some pizza courses, learning about the research being done in different fields. And all classes are taught by professors. We're a residential research community, and our approach to teaching and learning really reflects that. At Caltech, our professors are going to challenge you in every single class. We encourage you to think critically, and we're going to foster an environment where we expect you to stretch your intellect. I want you to imagine this scenario. You've been accepted to Caltech. You've decided to call it home for your undergraduate career. You open your Math 1A vector calculus book, and this is your first assignment. What's your reaction to envisioning this scenario? I'm asking because mathematics is the bedrock of all coursework at Caltech. It lays a foundation and the starting point for incoming students, and it includes rigorous proof-based abstract math. That's your first year math. Doesn't mean we're expecting you to know how to solve pure abstract math problems now. We know that most students aren't interacting with proof-based math at the secondary school level. Rather, we want to focus on how prepared you are to learn ways to solve problem sets like this one. We want to know if you're motivated about what you'll learn at Caltech so that you'll be able to solve these practice problems. Students choose Caltech because we promise to challenge you rigorously. Your peers do, faculty do, fellow researchers do. And if this sounds interesting, then check out our core curriculum. It is interdisciplinary. This lays the groundwork for everything that you're going to do, regardless of major that you choose. You're going to learn early on how STEM fields are interrelated, and you're going to apply what you learn in one class to everything that you're learning in the other classes. Now, if that interests you, I was just going to go to another slide, but I'll say quickly that we are a residential research community. 95% of our students live on campus in a normal year. We have myriad clubs, music, Division III, NCAA Division III teams, theater, art, you name it. Here are our application requirements. I do want to note that we have a moratorium on the SAT, ACT for 2021 and 2022. We will not even consider these scores as part of the application materials. We don't require SAT subject exams. Instead, we're going to look very closely at your curriculum and at how you're doing. So in a nutshell, that's Caltech, and I'll pass it on to the next presenter.
Thank you so much. And we will head on to Whitworth University.
Wonderful. Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Tess Abbott, and I'm thrilled to be here with you. I'm an admissions counselor at Whitworth, and I'm excited to share 6 minutes worth of information with you about Whitworth, but of course there's more to learn, and so please feel free to be in touch with me. I am the admissions counselor for the Northern California area. I'm also from Northern California myself, so I'm excited to get to know you. Whitworth is located in Spokane, Washington, so we are neighbors with my friends at Gonzaga. As I said, Spokane is the second largest city in Washington state. It is a wonderful sized city when you're on your own for the first time as a college student. Lots of great professional opportunities, but also a really tight-knit community. We do have 4 seasons, so we get a real winter with real snow. I always mention this when I'm talking to California students because I knew I myself was a little wary of that, but I will just tell you that having snow when you're in college is the best because you don't have to shovel it and you don't have to drive in it. Whitworth's mission is really important to us. We are a very mission-centered institution, so I always want to take time to touch on it. Our mission is to provide our diverse student body an education of mind and heart, equipping graduates to honor God, follow Christ, and serve humanity. Definitely a little wordy, as many mission statements are, so to break it into a couple parts. First of all, we are a very diverse student body in racial and ethnic background, religious, cultural, socioeconomic backgrounds, and geographic backgrounds. Our students come from 35 states and 42 countries. Of course, we want to provide an education of mind. We are a university, but we also want to educate your heart as you become an adult and a global citizen. And then finally, we hope to equip our graduates to honor God, follow Christ, and serve humanity. We are a Christian institution, but we do not require Christianity or any sort of faith from our students. However, it is a great opportunity if that's something you're interested in. We have about 2,300 undergraduate students, definitely on the small side, but not the smallest you will see. And we love being small because it means small class sizes. This is really at the heart of a Whitworth education, is having one-on-one time with your professors every single day in class and getting to know your peers. And small class sizes really translate into success. 97% of our graduates finished in 4 years or less, which is awesome. And 95% of those graduates were in a job, a graduate school, a Peace Corps opportunity, the military, within 6 months of graduating. So a Whitworth education is definitely meaningful when you are leaving our campus. We have over 100 majors and programs, which is a lot for a school our size. Don't quite have time to read them all off to you, but I'll pull out a couple that are key. Biology, business, computer science, education, health science, music, nursing, psychology. These are some of our largest programs. You'll notice that I pulled out quite a few STEM programs. We are a liberal arts institution, and that's a great place to study STEM because regardless of the technical things that you will definitely learn at Whitworth, you also need to be a great public speaker and a great writer. And those are really key skills that come through in a liberal arts curriculum. Outside of the classrooms, there is a lot going on Whitworth's campus. We do have 10 residence halls, and we require students to live on campus for their first and second year. This is really where the community feeling starts at Whitworth, where you'll make friends and people to go to dinner with. And all the residence halls have their own quirks and personalities. One is the original building Whitworth was founded in and has funky lofted ceilings and layouts. And one is brand new with heated bathroom floors. So a lot of fun to be had in the residence halls. We have over 40 student clubs, everything from the gaming club to the Pokemon club to Black Student Union. We have intramurals, which are super fun, including the always popular bubble soccer, exactly as it sounds. And then outdoor rec. We have the most beautiful natural environment surrounding us. We are in the Pacific Northwest, and you really feel that. Skiing, snowboarding, hiking, biking, backpacking, all of those things, or just looking out the window while you drink a cup of coffee. We do have Division III athletics. We have 21 varsity sports teams, including our most recent women's lacrosse. We participate in the Northwest Conference with other small private liberal arts universities in Oregon and Washington. And we are very proud to have won the all-conference, all-sports trophy 12 years in a row. So it is very fun to be a pirate. We also have very large art, music, and theater programs. These are so central to Whitworth because you don't have to major or minor in them to participate or to get a talent scholarship. So we really want to encourage our students to lean into the liberal arts and pursue multiple passions and interests. With athletics, you are able to be an athlete, be a student, be in a club, maybe even be in music. You can do all of these things because we really think that well-roundedness benefits you as a student and as a future employee. To apply, it is free. It has always been free and it will always be free. We are on the Common App. We don't have any supplemental essays or questions. We also have our own application on our website, and I'm the one reading your application. So if it feels a little scary to send it out into the unknown, know that it is coming to me, and it's just a great way for me to get to know you. We are test optional, have been that way for over a decade, but if you were one of the lucky ones who got to take the SAT or ACT, feel free to send it in. Same goes with recommendations. We do rolling admission. So as soon as I get your application and all the materials for it, it should be about 2 to 3 weeks before you'll receive your admissions decision and notification of your academic scholarship amount. Here are some deadlines or benchmarks. November 15th is a great deadline to shoot for, but March 1st is our regular decision deadline. 100% of our incoming first-year students are receiving financial aid for an average of $35,000 in scholarships and grants. So Whitworth education is affordable and it is valuable. We were ranked #3 best regional university values in the West. I encourage you to come visit. We offer travel grants for students who are coming from far away, which would include you, and you can qualify for a $1,000 visit scholarship. Here's my info. Once again, thank you so much. Happy to answer some questions in the Q&A.
Thank you so much. And students, just a reminder that Q&A is down below. Feel free to ask to any institution throughout our presentation, any questions you do have. And I will pass it off to York University.
Thank you. All right, everyone. So very big welcome. I'm very excited to be here chatting with you. So we are York University, located in Toronto, Canada. Yes, we are located in Canada. We are not in the United States, and York University is the 3rd largest university in Canada. So quick facts about Canada before I even start talking about York. I have 6 minutes, so we'll keep that in mind. So Canada does have 2 official languages. We do speak English and French. You don't have to be proficient in French. And we are the 2nd largest country in the world as well, especially by area. So roughly, we do have a population of around 38 million people in all of Canada. So yes, that's roughly the population of California. And 6 cities actually have a population with over 1 million people. 90% of the people actually live within 100 miles of the USA border, and 66% of those folks live within 100 kilometers. So that's 160 miles. But something to note, Canada is a very diverse and a very welcoming country. And of course, Ottawa is our capital. This is a little map, and York University is located in Toronto, which is in the province of Ontario. So 1/3 of Canada's population actually lives in Ontario. We are the 2nd largest province in Canada with over 1 million square kilometers, or 415,000 square miles. We are home to 2 different time zones. Our capital city is Toronto, where York University is located. And Toronto is actually the 4th largest city in North America. So why study in Canada? Because we have internationally recognized degrees. We are very affordable. 75 of 96 of our universities are actually publicly funded. This means that we do adhere to a very high educational standard, and our degrees are actually recognized worldwide. We do offer experiential education, internships, co-ops, opportunities for our students. And the best part is that students can apply for a postgraduate work permit for up to 3 years right after graduation, which actually is also the pathway to citizenship. So if you're looking to becoming a dual citizen and you would like to have free medical, it's never a bad option. All right, so let's talk a little bit about York University. As I mentioned, we are the 3rd largest university in Canada. But despite of that, we are a self-contained campus. So everything that you see on campus is actually a part of York. We have 5 libraries, 150 restaurants, and some of our majors that we tend to be really known for is our business administration, which is a Schulich School of Business. It's actually ranked as one of the best in Canada and worldwide. We have our commerce program, our fine and performing arts, our film production program, which is also very known. Computer science, engineering, kinesiology and health sciences, psychology, social work, life sciences, environmental studies. We do have a campus in Costa Rica as well, and international studies and the humanities. So we do have 3 campuses in total. So our campus in Costa Rica and our Glendon campus, which has a population of just about 2,000 students. Now, students are able to take classes on both campuses, and we do have a shuttle that operates between both campuses. We have over 10,000 international students, 11 different faculties, and 150 different programs. So within these 6 minutes, I will not have time to go through all of those. And we do have a subway station right on our campus, so we're roughly about a half-hour subway ride directly into downtown Toronto. And of course, lots of international opportunities for our students to go abroad in their second and third year. And this goes without saying, we do see a lot of students from the United States. We have over 4,366 York alumni worldwide from the US, and roughly around over 500 undergraduate and graduate students at the moment from the US. Our application process is relatively simple. We are on a common app in Ontario. It's called OUAC. So very similar to Common App as you see in the US. It is one location for you to apply to different universities in Ontario. And ultimately, you'll be paying a fee. You have a choice of 3 programs. After that, you'll be working with each institution as well. For York University, you can actually also apply directly on our website. So admissions for York, it's relatively simple. We are only going to be looking at your grades, only our performance-based program. So a BFA program, we require a supplementary form, which is going to be an audition or a portfolio review, and then our Schulich School of Business. Aside from that, we are only going to be looking at your grades from grade 9 to 12 first semester grades. Our grade range for most of our programs is roughly around a B, which is a 3.3 on a 4-point scale. Some programs do require a higher GPA, which is an A, so 3.7 on a 4-point scale, typically for engineering and business as well. Subject prerequisites are all dependent on the program, but that's typically a math or a science at a senior level. SATs and ASATs are not required for students who are applying for next year, and we do have a winter entry as well. Some of our programs do have an early deadline, which is much different than the US. So for us, that is January 15th as well. And of course, if you are taking AP courses, if you have a 4 or a 5, we do give advanced credit for that. And for IB, we do recommend a score of 30, but some programs like our Schulich and some other programs could require up to a 36. And once again, if you are an international student, you could apply directly to our site. And over here, we just have our tuition that we do like to tell students what it would cost you. But as you can see in our extreme right-hand corner, it is relatively affordable for our students. So with that, I will be ending my presentation. You're more than welcome to connect with me, and I look forward to it. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. And we will now pass it over to our colleague from Woodbury University.
Hi, everyone. Let me see here if I can share screen real quick. Wrong screen. Let's try this again. Huh, it's not doing my screen share. Let me see.
We are seeing a PowerPoint, Omar. There we
Oh,
go.
you are?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see it from. Okay, now you all see it?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, good. Thank you for the feedback. So for anyone watching, if you scan this this QR code, you will get a survey. If you answer the survey, you get we will put you in touch with an admissions counselor from Woodbury University. And then once you're done with it, you will get a fee waiver for the application fee. So make sure that you take a picture of this or scan it, and you can fill it out with your mobile devices. Really quick, our university is located in Burbank, California. So we're right at the right outside LA, and at the heart of a lot of industries for Southern California. We actually one of the oldest private universities here in Southern California. We've been around since 1884, so we have over 135 years of history. Like I said, we're a private school, nonprofit, fully accredited. So your degree from Woodbury University has validation all across the world. And we are also what we like to call a practice-based education. And one of the ways that we approach that is that we make it a requirement for students to take an internship before they graduate. And that will help students get a lot of hands-on experience, get some real life problem solving, and then they will make themselves more marketable by the time they get to the workforce. We actually have 2 locations. Our main campus is Burbank. That's where you have all the majors. And then we have an extension campus for the School of Architecture in San Diego. You can only attend the school in San Diego if you go to community college first, and then you want to study architecture, then you can choose between the San Diego or the Burbank campus. The campus in San Diego is located in Barrio Logan. That's south of downtown. It's a historical Mexican-American neighborhood. It's a really cool campus with a lot of cool stuff to do around there, with a lot of restaurants, coffee shops, and the Chicano Park. It's close by. We're a pretty small school. Our student body is just about 1,200 students, and their classroom size about 9-1. Very rarely you're going to see classes more than 10 students, and that provides you with like a better learning environment. You get to know your professors very well. You can get mentorship opportunities and so on. So overall, it's like a great learning environment. Over 25 different student organizations available on campus, and you can always start a new one. But the range of the student organizations go from fraternities and sororities to cultural-based organizations, professional-based organizations, or community service-based organizations. And we are a really diverse school. Over 15% of our students are international. We get a lot of students from out of state as well. And 35% of our students are of Hispanic descent, which makes us a Hispanic serving institution. So it really reflects how LA looks. So it's a really, really diverse campus. We offer a lot of different services to support our students. We have a tutoring center, we have a math lab, a writing lab, we have a great library. We also have offices like the career services. That's where you will go to find those internship opportunities, or to find employment, or help you with employment after graduation. We have in-campus housing. We also have an office for students with disabilities. Again, all these services are designed to help students navigate their academic career and overall to be a successful student. I'm just going to go real quick through the majors, and we don't have time to talk about all of them, but we have computer science and data analytics, history, interdisciplinary studies, as we call our double majors, political science, professional writing, and public sector administration, which is actually a criminal justice program. So if you're interested in working in law enforcement, FBI, crime scene investigation, or go to law school later on and practice criminal law, this will be the first program to get into. The School of Architecture is our most popular program, and it's really competitive. We offer a applied computer science and media arts. We have architecture, which is actually a bachelor's of architecture, which means that with this degree, you don't need to go to grad school to become a licensed architect. And we help you if you're interested in doing that. We can help you within our school to get your license to become a licensed architect as well. Interior design and sustainable practice is going to be a new degree that we're going to start offering. It's going to be more about environmental science and environmental design. So we will have more info about that. We just announced it, and we're working the ins and outs of that program. So keep an eye out for that. Our School of Business is fully accredited. We have even the AACSB accreditation. Only 5% of the business schools in the world have that accreditation. So at Woodbury, if you want to study business, you will get a great education at a great value. Accounting, computer information systems, fashion, marketing, management, and what we call the 3+1 degree, which is bachelor's and master's of business administration in 4 years, compared to the traditional track that will take you 6 or more years to complete. And then our largest program is the School of Media, Culture, and Design, where we offer all the stuff in the arts, animation, communication, fashion design, filmmaking, game art and design. Just got ranked 11 in the nation. So if you're interested in doing video games, this will be a great program for you. Graphic design and psychology. Deadline is March 1st for the fall 2021. And there's 2 different ways to apply. You can go to woodbury.edu and you can click on apply, or you can use the Common App as well. And remember, earlier in the presentation, I told you can get a fee waiver. You can use the fee waiver in either one of the applications. So again, woodbury.edu or the Common App. Minimal requirements, 2.75 GPA for regular admissions. We can admit students with a GPA of as low as 2.25 to 2.74, but then they need to do a transition track or bridge program where they learn more about the different services and help that we can provide to the students to make sure that that they're successful at Woodbury. If you're interested in animation, then you will be required to turn in a portfolio as part of your application process. And the portfolio is just they want to see that you are able to draw the same thing over and over again. So they want to see like the same face with different gestures or character moving around and stuff like that. So that's what they want to see in the portfolio. SATs, personal statement, and letters of recommendation, they're optional. So we highly encourage you to turn them in, but if for some reason you're not able to turn it in, then we will not hold that against your application. And then last thing I want to talk about is our scholarship packages. Our tuition is about $42,000 a year, but the higher your GPA, the better merit scholarship that you can receive from us. 3.7 GPA gets $18,000 every year. 3.4 to 369, they get $16,000 every year. 295 to 3.39, they get $10,000. To 2.5 to 294, they get $6,000 a year. So take a picture of this so you get all the information about the scholarship. And lastly, yeah, I already showed you the barcode. If you want to schedule a campus tour, just go to woodbury.edu/campus tour, and we can show you around the school. You don't have to travel right now. We don't have any in-campus events anyways, but even if you're somewhere outside of Southern California, you can click on this link, and then we'll show you the campus around. All right, so thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Omar. So we do have about 4 minutes left here to all of our presenters. Students, please feel free if you have any more questions. This is kind of that time to hopefully get those last minute questions in the Q&A. And I will just throw it off to our presenters. We'll go in that same order, maybe super quick, 20 seconds. What's one thing you want to leave our students with this evening, or maybe a cool campus tradition or something to share? So I'll start with Gonzaga.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is basketball things are really huge here on our campus. So one of the traditions that we have is known as Tent City. So we have a lot of students who try to get our basketball game tickets. First of all, the games are free for all of our students. You just need your Gonzaga ID, you can get access to those. But students will literally be like running across campus to try to get a spot. This doesn't secure your ticket for a basketball game seat, but it secures a ticket to get into what we call the quad. So students are able to set up a whole tent there with 5 other students. You're there with your friends. You're just kind of like taking turns, really, because I know obviously you're still having to go to classes and those kind of things. So it makes it fun activities to really interact with our basketball game players also, and then just with each other and just like bond. We have DJs, pizza, food that we just kind of like have throughout that. But a lot of fun. But anyways, something fun to share with you guys.
Excellent. And Carroll College?
I would say my absolute favorite tradition at Carroll College is every year at the beginning of the school year, except this year, of course, we would do a huge, we call it the Quad Slip and Slide. So we have a really huge steep hill right near the freshman residence hall. And we basically tarp that entire hill and we just do a ginormous slip and slide. There's always like live music. We do barbecue. There's events happening afterwards and going on all the time. So that was always my #1 favorite event. Get back into the swing of things on school. So.
And Caltech.
For Caltech, I think I have so many favorite traditions. So the one I'm going to mention is the tradition of community and eating together. So in our traditional houses, students eat dinner together as a family, and dining services will sometimes have big themed meals, Star Wars meals, Rubik's Cube and gaming and puzzling meals, where they'll have all kinds of sets set up so it looks like you're in that place. It's much like student parties at Caltech are like that. And it's just so incredibly creative. So our creative community is my fave.
Excellent. And Whitworth University.
Well, I was going to mention a food related one because I think we all know college students and food are a match made in heaven, but I will give you something different. Lots of traditions at Whitworth, and one of my favorite, we have tons of pine trees on campus. It basically looks like a park. And students' #1 goal over the course of the 4 years, other than getting their degree, is to catch a virgin pine cone, meaning a pine cone that is literally falling from the tree, has never touched the ground. It is very difficult. I have never caught a virgin pine cone, still on my bucket list, but I've never seen a prospective student catch one. So if you are coming to campus before you've even enrolled, you could set a record.
Excellent. And York University.
Same as like the rest of everyone else, we do have a lot of different traditions, but one thing I am going to mention that's one of my favorite things about York is definitely our campus in Costa Rica, that students are able to go and study abroad. In their 2nd and 3rd year, we're super excited about that. I was a student at York and I wish I got an opportunity to do that. That's definitely something that stands out for us.
Excellent. And finally, Woodbury University.
Yeah, so I think the biggest event in campus is our fashion show that is put on by the fashion design students and the architecture students. So the way that it works is that the fashion design students design all the garments that they're going to showcase. and the architecture students design what's called the walkway, and they design the interior and stuff. It's hosted at our gallery in Hollywood Boulevard, so it's a huge event. We also have a lot of holiday dinners, so that we will feed the whole campus. So Thanksgiving, we'll have like a Thanksgiving dinner for the whole campus, and so on. So that's something where you get to interact with all students. You get free food, which is a college student's favorite thing. So yeah, those are like the big things that happen in our campus.
Excellent. Thank you so much to our panelists for joining us this evening. Students, we are right there at that 8:15 mark, so bravo to us. And I just want to let you know, students, that as you leave the webinar, there's just a quick 4-question survey as you exit. If you could please answer that for us, that helps us to create new content in the future. And just a reminder that there are more sessions, so check them out in upcoming days, and that this recording will be available soon on that same website where you registered for this event. Thanks everyone for joining us this evening, and have a nice night. Bye.